Well. Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Yeah, I'm back here. Um, I wanted to talk today about Monday's meeting. Uh, that was on the 9th of February, 2026. The meeting was very, very productive. My shout out goes out to Miss Zakia Summers, President Zakia Summers, for hosting such a great, wonderful professional meeting. Um, and shout out goes out to Council Member uh, Vernon Hardley for coming out, and his assistants coming out. His assistant coming out, disseminating information to the residents. By the way, it was very good information. Um, I'm gonna go into a little bit about some of the things he had talked about, and and they had currently city council currently had done. In case if you missed it, um, I want to say thank you to the candidates that's running for the judge positions here in the municipality, right here in the city of Jackson. Good luck to all of you candidates that's running. Um, I would like to say thank you to all of the community leaders that came out to talk about, what they do in reference to helping the betterment of West Jackson and the city of Jackson as a whole. So my shout outs go out to all of them, and my shout outs goes out to the Calhoun family, Credell Calhoun and his wife Peggy. Because they had been on the front line for the Jayne Avenue community meeting for a minute, and I want to say myself personally, publicly, that big ups to them. Because I remember back in the days when there was no basketball court, and uh, Miss Calhoun made it, her business when she was on the board of supervisors to make that happen. And we had one basketball court at the time. Then it became four. But if it wasn't for that one, it wouldn't have been four. So I want to say that, foremost. I never got a chance to say thank you for that one. But anyway, um, I hope everybody's doing well today. It's a nice brisk morning. The weather is kind of looking up a little bit from all that cold weather we've been having and everything like that. So, I'm kind of glad it's kind of looking up. My heater in my house hadn't been kicking on in a couple of days, and I'm glad of that. I tell you, boy. I mean, but I'm glad that it works. You know what I'm saying? But it hadn't been kicking on. And that means the weather's kind of looking up a little bit. So, I wanted to say, yeah, but most of all, I want to thank the residents for coming out. You know, I want to thank my daughter for coming out. I want to thank her because she's a youngster coming up into this space. She's psychology major trying to do her own thing, and which people kind of look down on that major, but I'm looking at it like this: when you can use your brain to make money, then by all means handle your business. Never let nobody stop you. So shout out to my daughter for doing that, for coming out. You know what I'm saying, and making her presence known. asking the adequate questions that needed to be asked that some of us residents, older residents, didn't weren't able to ask, or maybe couldn't think about asking, or maybe wasn't concerned to ask. Um, but I want to also thank the entire residents, all of those that came out and participated in the process, because it is utterly important that we engage. But from my standpoint of things, I would love to see the younger generation that's coming up, like my daughter's age. When you're coming in from let's say from 18 to 35, I think that that generation there, from 18 to 35, I want to speak to you for a minute, because it's important that you come out and you share your opinions, concerns, ask questions. I I understand the gap between young folk and older folk. But let me tell you something. I stand between older folks that's older than I am, and I understand their concerns, but their concerns is creating a plight for younger folk. They don't understand that. I don't know if they want to understand that. Maybe they do, maybe they do not. I don't know. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But I'm not. But I'm. For me, I'm riding with the younger folks, because you got younger folks out here that want to say something, that's afraid to say something. You got younger folks out here that want to say something, but there's some older folks out here, shut them down. That's not no way to be. They always get shut down. So why come to the meetings like that? I yo, I smell you on it. I smell you. So you ain't gotta cook that to me. You ain't gotta cook that, because I already smell it. You know what I'm saying? Well, let me say this. I know what you're cooking, because I can smell it. I can smell it. So, so, um, but don't let that discourage you from coming out. Don't let that discourage you. This podcast really is for the younger folk, because the majority of the folks that was in that meeting was older folks, and a lot of them was older than I am. You know, and I'm not. You know, I don't care as long as the room is filled, but I would like to see that room. There should be a bigger room. There should be a bigger room. The Jayne Avenue Community Center right now is we had to use the police academy as the venue, because the Jayne Avenue Community Center is under construction. It's having some type of plumbing issue, or it's some type of issue they're having. Reason why they couldn't kind of host it. So wait for 1 second. Wait for 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm back. I had to go get me a drink of coffee because I kind of was a little tired this morning. So let me go and get me another coffee. Give me a cup of coffee so I can get a little pick me up. But anyway, but nevertheless, like I was saying, I would love to see. I would love to see the younger generation, and that's you, to come out. You know, like I said, I do see. I do see how you're treated, and believe me when I tell you, I'm riding with you. You know what I'm saying? But don't let that discourage you from coming out to these meetings, because I'm gonna tell you something. We need you. We need you. And like I said before, I said one more time. That's why this podcast is developed. It's developed mainly for folks that come on to YouTube, and that's the younger folks. A lot of the older folks, they don't even know how to work a computer, and it's, and I just want to let you know I feel you. I see what's happening, because when I was younger, that happened to me. When you walk into a building to give your opinion, you're challenged. It's like their opinions their opinions overpower yours, or their opinions matter more than yours. I understand. I know what's happening. That's why it stopped me from coming out to these meetings for a long time. Stopped me from coming out to these meetings for a long time because of that. I didn't like the way I was treated, or I didn't like the way how some people, they take the floor for long periods of time, and nobody tells them, hey, look, listen, I have an opinion too. Or when a younger person give their opinion, it's brushed off. So once again, I want to just say, I'm not going to, too much go on a tangent about that. I just want to tell you, younger folks, please come on out to the meetings, okay? And but on a professional note, I want to talk about the thing that happened with with Councilman Harley was presenting, which, man, oh man, oh man, it's I think, and it's passed. It has passed. It has passed. The council's passed it. Saying it was a 7-0. It was unanimous, and I think that and it was a ordinance about dropping homeless folks and folks that's mentally challenged off in the city of Jackson from other municipalities. That has become problematic. That becomes problematic. I was just reviewing that video for the city council. I didn't get a chance to make it on Tuesday because I did attend that job fair, that job opportunity fair, and that happened on Tuesday. I did happen to and it was on the same day that the council, we had City of Jackson had council, so I didn't get a chance to go to the council, but I did review the video, the council video, and Harley, he said, he said, if you're dropping folks off, we gonna make you famous. We gonna make you famous, and I know what he was talking about. I don't know if he I think he still has his talk show on WNPR. By the way, you need to go check him out. If you know what I'm saying, on WNPR. Shouts out to Councilman Harley. We gonna make you famous. And I want to let you know this, Councilman Harley, and all of the city council members. Believe me when I tell you, as long as I got breath in my body, and the 601 network Real Jackson News is up and running. On this podcast, I'm going to assist you with making them famous. So, you can reach out to me via Sakia Summers. And believe me when I tell you, if something like that happens, please notify me. And we'll drop a video on that. And I will definitely be assisting with disseminating this information, because we want to stop those individuals from coming out here to the city of Jackson and dropping off these individuals, whether they're from a public facility or whether they're from a private facility. And the municipality that has those facilities in their city, we're gonna make you famous. We're gonna make you famous, and we're gonna call you out. And believe me when I tell you, there's gonna be a public and a private. I hope you're listening to whomever you are, Mr. Municipality, Mr. Private Individual that's dropping folks off, Mr. Whoever, Mr. or Miss whoever that's dumping trash in our city. I'm not going to be pretty. I'm being professional now. But I am not. I'm going to put you on blast. I'm going to put you on blast. And I'm going to embarrass you. So, but on a lighter note, shouts out to the city council, Councilman Harley, for producing that ordinance, and because it's a wonderful ordinance. I want to talk about the Jackson Water Department, how they're trying to come up with some type of action plan, because they said that Ted Hayden finna give up his position in the next year or so, whatever the case may be, and they need to have some type of plan. So they're trying to develop this committee where it's going to be 13 members. But the city of Jackson is saying that they need a bigger say so in who sits at that table. But right now we got other municipalities, state members, city members, but we need a bigger seat at that table. And that's that's going to be, they're going to devise a plan to do that, so that way they can all make equal decisions, that kind of thing. But just in my opinion, the state don't need no damn seat. Where was the state when it was going down? Where was the state? Why does the government is involved? What happened to separation of powers? Okay, look, I'm gonna let y'all have that. Y'all figure that one out, citizens, residents. What happened? Okay, so they don't need no seat. They don't need a seat, no seat at the table. So, but I just wanted to bring that one up because they was discussing that they're trying to, they want to implement something like that, But I'm gonna tell you something. Council, I hope y'all listening. For entertainment purposes only. If y'all do get a seat at that table, I'm gonna tell you straight up, Councilmember Clay, put that bulldog in. Put that bulldog in. Cause she on point. She on point. There ain't been an on point individual on that council member in a while that I've seen. No disrespect to none of y'all. But that bulldog, she gonna ask the questions that I'm gonna ask, man, listen. And I really wish the Dickens that they help, that they try to treat her some type of way because she a woman. Man, she gonna hand their asses to them. Believe me when I tell you. Believe me when I tell you. Um, you need somebody in there that's gonna ask them questions. We're gonna ask them questions. I mean, her demeanor, she not playing. She ain't playing because at that city council that just happened on Tuesday, yo, she was dropping some jewels. She was dropping some jewels. She was dropping some jewels. She know her numbers. She asked all the questions that needs to be asked. So, yo, I'll tell y'all right now, that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. All you council members serves purpose on that city council for y'all wards, but I'm seeing something more here. All of you, all 7 of you, and all y'all got different personality, and within all y'all personalities, y'all all serve a purpose. And what I love about this is the reason why I love about all of y'all different personalities. Y'all all have the same common cause, and I think that right there hadn't been seen in a long, long time. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we do need someone elderly, older, like Kenneth Stokes. Experience does count, you know, and he asked the simple questions, the simple questions, you know, but you know, I just want to reiterate that does matter because there are certain aspects of him that is needed. I'm telling you, there is some aspects of him that's needed on that council. You know, because experience does matter. You know, um, but but anyway. So shouts out. So shouts out. But anyway, shouts out goes out to once again. Shouts out goes out to the city council and the efforts of trying to get these things addressed. Shouts out to the mayor, Mayor Horn, for doing his due diligence in making things move, shake and bake, turning that bus going down one way, and he turning that bus around because it's going in the wrong direction, and we need to be going this way, but it's going the other way because of our last administration. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. So shouts out to Mayor Horn for turning that bus around. Say, hey, look, listen, we going the wrong way. Let's turn this bus around and let's go let's go into the right direction. Now, the direction that we need to be going in, it may take us some time to get there, but at least the bus is going in the right direction to get to the place, to the direction where we need to be in. We may, after we get to that junction, we may have to turn left, we may have to turn right, but whatever way we need to turn, at least we're moving in a direction to where we can get to that junction. And it's going to take some time. And I'm sure Mayor John Horn understands that. Can't do everything in one term. But, we need to start making those preparations to get this get that, make preparations, because when we get to that junction, we need to be ready. Well, that's my spill for today. I wanted to say thank everyone. Thank you for everyone that came out to the Jayne Avenue meeting, and all of the candidates once again. Councilman Harley, the Calhouns, President Summers for hosting the meeting, and all the residents coming out. And I hope we can have next time we can have a stronger meeting. But I want to say this before before I go. What I would like to see, it would be, I know it's way off, but I just want to put it out there just to plant a seed. I'm gonna tell you, it'd be doper. They tear down that community center and build a brand new one, so we can have a proper venue to host the meeting. There can actually be chairs and space for a proper meeting, where it can be set up, like a chamber. Just have a space designated for that. And I'm not just talking about Jayne Avenue. All of the wards that host community meetings, they need to be a designated place. Now that's my thing. And I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna plant another seed in that park. Those baseball fields. What are we doing with them? I'm gonna say this be real clear to y'all residents. Vending would be one of the best things, best usage that we could get out of that park. Nobody goes to that ball field no more. No one goes to that ball field no more. Everybody goes over to Hughes Field. They built a wonderful facility over there, to host baseball, softball, and all of that. So nobody goes to those. Nobody goes to that ball field. But like I said, vending would be. I think it's the dopest idea. The dopest idea that that I came up with, because that's how we can utilize that space in the city of Jackson. The revenue you can build revenue from that space. Have all the vendors and stuff. People come out and rent a little space. Don't charge them very much, and they come out and they have food venue. They have food vendors. People in the city of Jackson that have business. So, but that was something that I really wanted to put out there. But that's it for me. If y'all see me at the meetings, just come up to me and say hello. If you find this video enlightening, please leave me a comment, and everything like that. Drop your comments and everything, and I would like to hear from you. I really would like to hear from you. And please support the 601 Network, Real Jackson News, because we are growing, and we want to come out and give out as much information to you, the residents, because you deserve it. On this side of the fence, on this platform, and I want to say thank you everyone for watching. Peace, everyone, and y'all stay encouraged.